I'm good at nothing, and so I'm just a failure. I can't do anything right. So people give up on their dreams because they feel that they cannot make it, because they failed a couple of times. People give up on their
Okay.
visions, and people give up even on their own life. Such a person is not a failure. He just was not identifying what was right for him. And so that is how it is. Life is ups and downs. We fall, we rise,
Yeah.
we learn, we move on. Yes.
Okay. So viewers and followers, please share the page. I never know who is going through. I mean, going through something that he or she thinks that's a sign for him or her to give up. But
Yeah.
from what our guest is saying, it means that failure is part of life. we all feel sometimes,
Yes,
but it
we do.
doesn't mean that we should show him how. Yeah. So
Yeah,
please let's
I mean,
share the page. Share it.
if you would even look at some of our adages in tree, yeah, was asɛm bi a yɛka sɛ wowɔ nkwa a wowɔ adeɛ. Onipa wu
Yeah.
a na wasɛe is when you are dead. That is when you can't do anything else. But once there's life in you, you always have another chance to try at it, and then it will work.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So let me ask, why do we fail? Why should we fail? I mean, why do we fail? Sometimes you just ask your question, this thing, especially when you are writing, okay, let's say exams and you get 40,
Exam
the
failure.
pass mark is 50, then 49. Like, this thing, why did I fail? I mean, why failure? Why do we fail? Why can't we just succeed and succeed and just keep going? But we fail.
You see, I always I think that you see when we succeed without failure, we think life is easy. You see, when you everything you are succeeding, you don't fail, you don't take a break, you don't think, you don't probably are not learning.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here, Linda.
Yes. You see,
The network is not,
when you
but
are moving,
I'm
when you're
mm-hmm.
driving and you
Mm-hmm.
are not applying the brakes, the networks when you are driving on a highway.
Oh my God, our network is not too stable, but hey, we're still here. Hello, Linda, are you back?
Yes. So when you're on the
All
highway
right.
driving and there's no
Mm-hmm.
car ahead of you, you are just speeding. You are accelerating, you are accelerating, you are accelerating. You just keep moving and you think that the whole road is yours. But then sometimes you miss out on being careful that you are driving a motor vehicle that could fail brakes at any time. But then when
Yeah.
you put it in your mind that this is a car, it's moving, there could be a fault. And if the fault develops, what will you do? You need to have a strategy. So if your strategy doesn't work out, you might get a stop. At that point, you say that you have failed. It's like there's a break. During the break, you
Yeah.
get the opportunity to get a retrospective analysis of yourself. Where were you coming from? Why have you gotten here? What did you do right? What didn't you do right? And so I believe that failure is a stop block for us to take stock of our life, take stock of the process, take stock of whatever we are doing, and to see whether we are getting it right. Are we missing out on something? And then if you are able to take all that stock, you learn from what caused it, and then you take it from there. I have come to realize also that sometimes some of these stops that come our way, it's an opportunity for us to learn and get ready for the bigger stop. Because sometimes also there is something that is coming ahead. And as Christians, you always believe that God is taking us on a journey. He didn't promise that the journey would be easy, but he promised that we would arrive. So he's taking us through that rough road. But then, if you are not careful, if you don't take the measures, don't put things in place, do not do retrospective action, ask yourself questions, commune with your God. I mean, when everything is a smooth ride, you sometimes even forget that God is there.
Yeah.
You forget. You think that oh, come me oh, so you keep on doing it. You leave him at the backyard until something happens. Then you are like, hey, you're at the crowd with him. Then you go say
Yeah.
already, and then you get closer to him. Then he takes you again on the journey, and so I feel failure, every big man, every successful man has failed before. And they keep on failing. For us in academia, it's like we publish papers. You might have written a very good publication and you tell yourself that, no, an article, and you say, this article is so good, it's strong. You send it to a journal, and then a reviewer comes and shreds it like you did nothing. Some of them can even use words that make you so angry. And when you get the response and they tell you rejected, it's like you have written an exam and you have failed. You get brokenhearted. I cry sometimes. You know, I had 2 rejections in a day and I wept like a baby. It was like all the work I've done is just useless. But that is when a professor told me that, you know, me as a professor, my failure rate is like more than 50%. So if I put in 10 papers, I fail 5 times. But then it gives you an opportunity to learn from other people's expertise. You put it in and then you get out better. So it becomes a failure when you don't learn at it. Are you getting what I'm saying? So you are going to write an exam.
Yeah.
You think you have done your best. It comes out and you are failed. Sometimes you fail not because you didn't write the right things, but you wrote things that were too, I don't know what to say, but it's like my children's teacher would say, a lazy man's approach. So instead of discussing it, you put out bullet points. You get half mark, you fail. Instead of, you think you know that feeling that, oh, chalade way, I saw it when I was learning. And you know, you didn't even read the question well. Then you deviate. Then you come back and say the lecture has failed me. Sometimes also you have failed, not because you didn't write the right thing, but maybe the one collating your marks made a mistake. And that is why it's always good that you follow up. So you follow up, they check, you say, oh, no, we are sorry, it's a mistake. It gets corrected for you. So it gives you an opportunity to keep an eye on detail also. And that is why failure is a part of life and it's supposed to help us.
All right. Well said. Wow. Okay. So let's come to the main topic. How should one handle failure? The life failures. There's a lot. People fail in marriages. People fail in businesses. I have failed so many times in businesses. I know what I'm talking about. People fail in relationships. People fail in, family, children. A lot. Things happen around you, and the failure sometimes. How should they handle it? How should we handle it if we fail? Since it's not a time to give up, what should we?
You see, failure is not a good thing. Failing is not good. It's like it's not a good feeling when you know that you tried at something and it didn't work. If you are not careful, it breaks you down. It just makes you feel like just throwing in the towel. After all, my into my baby. Yes. But if you have God in you, the God that is inside of us is a God that is all powerful, all knowing. He's strong. He would always push you on. That no, you get up, you rise up, you fall, you rise up, you fall. But you see, you would only understand and learn when you accept the situation. So you tried business, it didn't work out. If you are in a state of denial, my friend, my dear, you would not move on. You will still be there. You see, we are fond of accusing or blaming everybody else but ourselves. So we sit down and say, our real crime, then so be me mommy be for me papa be for me auntie me cry me call warrior say our na madam fu we tu ne see my warrior home. You see, we blame everybody but ourselves. It is when I'm not saying blame yourself for failing, but accept the situation. okay, now the reality is that I have failed at this. And then you ask questions. What do we do? What can I do to make the situation better? Okay, what didn't I do right? Is it that I miscalculated? Is it that I missed out the strategy? Maybe the strategy you used is not correct. Maybe I moved too fast. Maybe I should have slowed down a bit. I probably might have studied this guy and not assumed that he was the all-powerful Charlie fine boy. So
Perfect.
you all perfect. You got carried away instead of studying the person. And so we can ask questions. That is one. So first, I accept the current situation, that this is what has happened. Two, then you can do an
Accept that.
introspective study. Look inside yourself, not outside first. Look within yourself. You would find answers when you sit and consider your own self and the process you have gone through. Then you can look out also and seek for help when you think you are not arriving at any good outcome. There are a lot of people out there that you can speak to, especially people who have been in your situation before, who you see as stronger, who you see have come out of it and have worked well. You can speak to them. So let's say that you went into business, your business didn't work out. You tried. I mean, you've done this, it doesn't work. You do this, it doesn't work. Then you see a successful businessman. Why would you repeat the mistakes again when somebody has made it and has overcome it? Why not go to the person and speak with the person or learn from that person? You see, we are fond of making our own mistakes when sometimes our own mistakes can be very detrimental. But when we learn from other people's mistakes, to send your opinion for can also be about your share. Now, I sense yes, don't wait till yours catch fire. Oh, what try now, dear soldier? Now, dear, now, so team we now team in ash. But since you see why I started here now, with the Google. So you see, we can learn from other people's. Yes, we can learn from other people's mistakes. So, like you got into, somebody got pregnant, teenage pregnancy, and gave birth. I mean, you learn the hard way by struggling to raise your own child. Then you want to become another baby mama. Aye, that be another annoying thing. When you've learned for yourself. You see, you probably didn't learn from it, got another one, and they suffered. Why would you go into it just to learn for yourself? So we can talk to other people. We can seek professional help when you think it's getting into your head. Like the psychologists are there. If you think you are getting depressed, you can speak with them. The counselors are there. You find a sound counselor. Sometimes some of them are just out of, as a but you see, you need to find a sound person that can give you good advice. That one can help. Ultimately, you should not forget God. Ultimately, when you have failed at anything, the one that can help you out of it, that nobody else can, is the Almighty. Whatever God you believe in, run back to him or her and hold him so strong. Because I know that, you see, when the woman that was being chased to be stoned, that he has gone to commit adultery, is going to sleeping with other people, they come chasing to stone her, and they met Christ. You know what Jesus said? Let he who has not done anything bad before be the first to cast the stone. They all ran away, meaning they have all fallen before. There's none righteous. But when you meet Jesus or you meet God, he's the one that can set you free and comfort you, give you another stage, satisfy your heart, and let you understand that, my child, you have not lost it. I am here with you. In fact, I've been with you all this while. So he never leaves us. He never forsakes us. So ultimately, It draws us closer to God. And in your failure, who you speak to is very important. Who advises you is very important. But if you take your source of strength from God, I tell you that you will not fail. You will learn the right things. You will pick yourself up. You will achieve. And then you'll be happy that you did. So we can speak to other people
Wow.
that have gone through it before. We can read books. You can
Okay.
read the Bible. You can listen to motivational speeches. You know, faith comes by hearing, and hearing the word of God, or hearing positive vibe. So you listen to good counsel, you listen to good vibe, and then you get strengthened, and then you get the courage to move on. Fear is one thing that makes us not to succeed. Fear is what makes us fail. So when we deal with our fears, we also will be able to overcome failure.
Wow. So look within yourself. First of all, you accept yourself. How to
Yes,
handle failure. You accept
yes,
yourself that yes, you have failed. You look within yourself and I mean, do some one or two. What happened? What did I do? What shouldn't I mean? Go through what you've gone through and think about it. Go through and see if there was something you didn't, and definitely you'll find something you didn't do right. And then you talk to
definitely,
others. You can talk to
definitely.
people that you trust now, yeah, professionals to help you. And also, do not forget your God. That is the most important, because she said it, and I mean, we all know God is the ultimate. He knows everything that we go through, but we still go through. So when you talk to
Yes,
him, he definitely will find a way,
and bring us out. Yeah.
and then you and then you listening to motivational speakers. Faith comes by hearing. The more you listen, the more you get empowered, and then you keep going. You keep going. And
Yeah.
do not fear, because fear is the very most important part, where if you fear, you fail.
You fail. You know, if you
Yes.
see, I like this adage. There's this thing that our mothers, or I mean locally, they say that okwa warrior. They say also warrior ya winya warrior. I feel that people misunderstand that seven. They say also warrior ya winya warrior. Into the oko room, we bijije asasa ne mo asemeja warrior because misuro me nya papa. That be, it just tells you that means every step of the way. I mean, you don't need to fear. Some are worried when you are
Yeah.
working at it. Work at it. Don't fear. Some are worried. You are working. Near bar, you find a way to work it out, and then you still remain. And not just as a near man people waiting that you go and find a good one. Would I wait up people? Look, I got to us about not I want to worry. So it's like it's the fear part they don't want you to encourage. You know, fear of the unknown. She with him, we cry me, you cry, and Kaya Makote or Chanamikusi Abontain. When I start selling, no be amete. Already you have dampened your own spirit. It won't work.
Yeah.
So we need to
Yeah.
get that positive
Yeah.
vibe with us, with everything we do, and believe that we are more than conquerors. We will conquer every level that we find ourselves.
But we have Wow, 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 wow. Please, we have just few minutes to go. Please, can you ask few questions if you have questions to ask our guest? Because believe me, she has dealt with it. She's done so well. She's giving us the way to go, the steps to take from the beginning to the end. I don't know which one you would want to ask again. But if you have questions, please ask some questions, and then we can wrap up for today. It's been very educative, knowing that we all fail, knowing that when you fail, it doesn't mean it's the end of the world, knowing that when you even fail, God is with you, He's watching you through. All you need is to ask Him that, God, why? What happened? let's move on, and then he will sort you out. I mean, she said it all. She said it all. So if you have any questions, please, you can bring it up, and then we can ask our guest, and then we can keep our guest to go, because our guest has actually done well. She risked her health to be here for us, and thank you very much, Linda. What are your last words? Okay, somebody just asked a question. What is the best way to forget about your failures?
Um, I think that for me, you cannot forget about that situation. You cannot forget about it. But what you can do to make it not like it's a pain or a regret, but then if you learn from it, I believe that when you have learned your good lessons from it, you have accepted the situation, if you need to forgive yourself, you forgive yourself. If the fault is yours, you take it as part of life, and then you carry it as lesson well learned. So anytime you remember that failure, you are not remembering it for the pain that it brought you. You are remembering it for the good it taught you. So you remember it with a smile instead of remembering it with a fear, like with a tear. Like you see, like you used to have some boyfriend, a relationship that you felt was good, but it didn't work out. It can't come back. It's spoiled milk. But when you remember the good aspect of that, what good it taught you, it gives you the courage to continue. So I think that the best way to forget about the failure is to learn the positive things that failure taught you. And once you carry that
Wow.
positive vibe with you, anytime you remember it, you are not remembering it for the regret. You are remembering it for the joy it brought you. And that is when it becomes sweet.
Okay. Wow. Well answered. Jennifer, I'm sure you are okay with the answer. I think she's just dealt with it. Any more? Okay, so whilst you go on with Linda, your last words. It's been amazing having you on here, even though you are not so well, but you
It's like let me just give another analogy to this one. It's like if you have done, you see, like if you were so good to someone about something, whether it's a job or
okay.
it's a partnership, you put out your best and the person didn't see the good in you. The best way to let yourself be satisfied is to achieve more. So in the next phase of your life, you achieve greater things such that when you look back, you understand the reason why you left or the reason why that one didn't work. You did not fail at the next, but you achieved greater. So it's like I say, why you can say action first. Until onipa krona one treat when treat me who's an American tree, the person who didn't treat you right sees you the next time and the person regrets. Oh, or born in Sano says, ye ready. Miniman mama nanko. That means say no bear, you understand. But when you go out and then you fail, I mean, oh my one drain a coon now ye basatantanta akaso semikaso shedanya papa. You understand? So it's when when something doesn't work and you get out there, make sure that you put in your best, work at your own self, achieve much so that whoever or whatever that situation is will not meet you the way they left you, but they will meet you far ahead the next time they see you. You would have satisfied
Uh,
yourself and your passion and put the others to shame. And that
yeah,
is when we achieve success.
yeah.
Yeah.
You are right. You are right. You are so right. So the best way to succeed is the best way is to succeed. That's Yuki Auntie's quote. She likes to say
Yes.
it a
I
lot
mean,
of times. The best
succeed.
way to prevent is to succeed.
Succeed.
Yeah.
Succeed.
And
Let me tell you
I
a
think
funny
it's
story.
all right.
When I was in the
Okay.
university, When I was in the university, I was, we had what we call intake. So you had the boyfriend on campus, and then you just
Yeah.
would, we are just moving around, we are going, we are coming. And then it didn't work out. I got, I got hurt. I mean, of course, hurt comes with failing at something. But then I sat
Yeah.
down and I told myself that, okay, so what will become of me if this guy sees me and I've become so shabby? He will even be happy. I just stepped
Yeah.
down to
Like
bed, rubbed my
build
hair,
in your
I cut, I gave myself
yeah.
a pen cut, I pampered,
Ish.
I pampered myself, me myself, and I could see that I was looking hot and fine, and
Oh,
everybody was talking about it. That, hey, Charlie, you can't come back because you left. And then I
yeah.
intentionally, purposefully tried to look better
Yeah.
than I did before, just so that the person, when you see me, you will not be excited that you have managed to get me to look basa basa or fail my exam. I told myself, you don't need to fail because of a human being. So I
No.
put myself, worked it in. I mean, whilst I'm shedding tears, I'm still learning. And I'm telling myself, I will not fail this exam. I had 3 papers to write. My friends will tell you, and I wrote the papers, and that semester, my semester average was more than what I ever did on that campus. I was surprised at
Wow.
myself. But today I look back and I thank God that I did what I did because it helped me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, so never
Yeah.
let that failure come to meet you where they left you. Jump the hurdles, and no
At
matter
all.
what, move fast. Get up, shake yourself. After all, it's part of life. Shake it off and just pick up the pieces and manage to mend the pieces. Life after failure
Hmm.
should be much more better than before the failure. And that is when we can lift our heads up, lift our hands up, and say that our God is still God, even in spite of our failures. So those are my last words.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so very much. Never let failure, please.
Meet you where they
Never.
left you. Never let
Okay.
your failures meet you where they left you.
Mhm. Never let your failures meet you where they left.
Yes.
True. So please, that is your nuggets for you. I mean, Kasho Okoto him. And anytime you're trying to stop, just say that I will never let that failure meet me where they left me. I mean, you can even start saying it. Like you can pray with it. All right, Linda. Thank you so very much for coming on live chat with English from National. In fact,
Thank you.
you've done so well. Done
Thank
so
you for
well.
having me.
Definitely. Even though you
In
are not
spite
so
of
well, but see the way you're.
my
Oh,
headaches.
yeah, yeah. It is well. It is
Yeah.
well. All
Thank
right.
you.
Please have a good night
Okay.
and take
Bye.
care. Bye. Wow. So we've been talking to Dr. Linda Ofori, and we are talking about handling life failures. If you just joined in, this is what you can take home. When you fail, accept that you have failed. When you fail, sit back and go through, review what happened. What did I do? What did I not do? What was I not supposed to do? 3, talk to someone. I've definitely somebody has gone through what you are going through. All you need is to talk to someone, talk to a professional, talk to somebody who can help you out. And 4, don't forget God. God is always there to sort us. God is always there to, give us another direction. Do not give up. Do not throw in the towel. And listen to motivational speakers, because faith comes by hearing. And do not fear, because when you fear to take another step, you fail. So not fear. Do not fear, for the Lord is with you. It's a verse. Do not fear, because the Lord is with you. And she said something: never let the failure come to meet you where it left you. If you fail, get up, shake it off, and move, because there is the brighter light ahead of the tunnel. There's something that Gisianti says, that I actually believe what she says, that the only way to revenge is to succeed. Do not give up. Make sure you succeed. Make sure you, if it's a business that has failed, make sure you go look through it again. Ask somebody who has gone through it before. Do something else. I mean, keep moving. Don't give up. Don't give up. So thank you very much, followers and viewers. All those who came in late, you can follow us on our YouTube channel, Weinglo Family International. You can follow us there. You can find all the videos updated there. And we all know the upcoming program that we are going to have. We are going to be sharing hand sanitizers and nose masks to the Kayayes in the market, because trust me, when you go to the market, they are the first people you engage, because they're going to be carrying your things, they are going to be handling your things, your food and all that. And sometimes you see some in a very dirty nose mask. It's not even a nose mask, like a rag sort of. So we want to go out there and at least save a life by giving one. So if you've not contributed yet, you can still contribute. Follow us on our social media platforms. If you want to make contribution, if you sew and you can do nose masks for us, you can sponsor hand sanitizers. Hey, you can bring it up, because if you cannot go, we are going to go and we'll give it to them for you. It's been amazing having you all online. Jennifer, I see Jennifer, I see Auntie Ami, I see Selikem, I see Time with, I mean, Mami, Shira, everyone who is on here. Hey, thank you very much for following us consistently. There are some people, they keep coming on and listening. Thank you very much. Have a good evening. And don't forget, wear your nose mask when you're going out. Wash your hand. Observe the social distancing. It's very important, because we need you alive. Your family needs you alive. Have a good night and see you same time next week, Thursday. We'll be talking about stress management with Dr. Newman. So see you and bye. Good night. Good night.